Hello, my name is Jacqueline, and I'm with Creative Paper Crafting with Jackie. And I'm just testing to see if I can see my live okay, so that I can see my comments. I'm going to turn down my phone so I don't disturb anybody. So if anybody is there, hello. Oh, one person's on. I bet it's Sharon. I hope. Let me see if I can see my comments. I don't know if you can hear me okay or not. Oh, there I can see. There's my live. Okay, so I can see on my phone. Hi, Sharon. How are you? Can you hear me okay? I'm going to put my phone where I can see it. And you can tell me. Hi, Dawn. How are you? Can you hear me okay? I'm always worried about my sound now after what happened. So I want to make sure you guys can hear me. Let me turn my sound up. Let me turn it up here. I don't know if that makes a difference or not. All right, so can you hear me now? Say yes, you can hear me, or no, you can't. Yes or no? Oh, yes, okay. Am I too loud? If I'm too loud, let me know. Okay, so tonight, oh, hello, Robin Justice. How are you? Thank you for joining us. This is going to be, I have this washi tape over here so that the image doesn't get stolen. And this is the image we're going to work on. And it is called Creative Genius Michele. And it is by Elizabeth Bell. But the whole purpose of the live is really this paper. I'm on a design team, challenge team called A Little Bit More Time to Craft. And it's really about the papers. So this is mixed media pastel. And so I'm going to use this paper with this image, but we can use any image we like. So I love this image. All right, so I'm going to get started, and I thank you everybody that has joined me. Oh, is Ivy on? I don't see her name. I see someone said hi, Ivy, but I don't see her. That's odd. I don't know why I don't see her, but hello. I will try to keep up with the comments. All right, so this again is Creative Genius Michele, and I just think she's so adorable. And I am tonight using my Spectrum Noirs, and I am going to do her face first. And I do like these. The only problem I have with the tri-blends is that I get mixed up between the light end and the dark end. So I'm going to do her face first, and I'm going to try my hardest to stay in frame. And if anybody has any questions, just holler out, and I'll read it. I hope everybody had a good day today. At 8 is a live with Gail Sue. She does a fabulous job if anybody wants to watch her. So I don't know if you've ever watched her or not, Robin, but she does a fabulous job. And so does Dawn, who's also on, and I think her live is tomorrow night, or tomorrow during the day. Maybe like at 1 o'clock, I believe. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just shadowing, putting a little shadow because her hair is hanging down over her face. So I'm trying to make a little bit of a shadow on her face. I just think she's so pretty. And then I'm pulling it out a little bit. She really doesn't have a lot of room to do her cheeks. So I'm not really worried about that so much. And I'm going to move this piece of tape in just a moment. So Robin Justice, where are you from? I'm in Indiana myself. Sharon is in the UK. And Gail is moving to Florida. I think that Dawn it's M state. Is it Maryland that you're in? I'm going to use this TN7 and TN8 for the hair. And I am just going to go in with the lighter color first. So I don't know if you can see that or not. So let's see, we're Dawns at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow. And she's got a really cute image that she's doing for Halloween, which I had mixed up with today. Oh, thank you, Robin. That is so sweet of you to say. So I'm just going in with the darker color. Oh, I'll move this one out of the way. Sorry. I'll just move it over there. Actually, doing lives are pretty fun. I hope you don't hear the baby upstairs. She's screaming a little bit. And I'm going to use RB2 for highlights. RB2. Oop, wrong end. You know, it was just supper time. I made supper. I tried to make a really nice supper tonight. And of course, the teenager took off and went to his friends. 10-year-old, well, actually, he's 11 now. 11-year-old took about 2 bites and went back to his room. But the baby, she ate and ate and ate and ate. She ate more than I've ever seen a little kid eat. So I guess with her, it was a success. All right, so I'm just going in here doing the highlights. And I'm going to go back in with my darker color, my TN8. And I have a mixture of, I guess they call them classiques now. The originals and the new, the illustrators, and the tri-blends. When I use my Spectrum Noirs, you know, some nights I use my Copics and some nights I use my Spectrum Noirs. I love them both. It's just I love some of the colors that I have with my Spectrum Noirs, even though I have a limited number of them. And they're what I started with. I just love them. So just going in here. I love dark hair. And I'm going to go back in again with my RB2. RB2. I'm going to start doing lives on, hi, Gail. I'm going to start doing lives twice a week. I thought I would start doing lives on Wednesday and on Friday. And I know Gail is going to be moving, and so she will not be doing lives on Wednesdays soon, but she'll start back up. And I just thought I could kind of pair up, you know, like do the hour before her or maybe the hour after. Okay, so that was my RB2, my TN8, and my TN7. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and move this washi tape. And I use washi tape because it really pulled up my paper a little bit there. Gosh, first time it's damaged my paper like that. Just a little smidgen. Just a smidgen there. I'll have to be careful when I color. It might be the heat from all these lights. I have quite a few lights, so it might be the heat. Okay, and only because of, you know, worried about people copying the image, I'm going to go ahead and do her shoe, but I noticed I forgot to do her skin on her leg and arm, so I'm going to do that right now. So what I'm using is the Fair Skin blend, and it is FS6, 7, and 8. So that is what I'm using. And it's a tri-blend marker, because I have a hodgepodge. You know, I would love to have a complete set of something, but I have a hodgepodge, and I just buy so many of them a month. No, I have to plan out my purchases a little bit. And I would recommend everybody to be thoughtful about, don't spend too much money, don't get the latest of everything. See what you really like to do before you spend your money. Don't put crafting before your needs. So now I gave you my lecture. Things I would tell my students. Take care of your needs before you do your private, you know, your hobbies. Oh, Doreen, is there a Doreen on? I'm trying to, you know what, since the update on my iPhone, my messages aren't scrolling. I don't know. I think other people are having the same problem. I'm not sure. Okay, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to do her shoe. And so I am using the grays. I'm using this IG4 and IG2. IG4 and IG2. I have my cameras a little bit low, so it's hard to stand my markers up. And if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask. I'm happy to answer anything. I do love to color. I do a lot of coloring. I've done it for quite some time. I don't know. Can you see okay? It seems like that. Okay. I've been coloring for quite some time, but you know, the more you practice, the better you get. And then if you don't color, you'll lose some of your you just kind of lose some of your skill set. So you need to always try to practice a little bit every day. I do it when I'm stressed because it makes me feel so much better. And I'm going to take the IG6, which is my darkest, and I am going to do right here the heel, and just kind of coming in just a little bit. And I'm actually doing her strap too. I didn't do it a different one in the image, so I didn't do her shoes in a lot of different colors. So I'm using my IG4, and I'm trying to be mindful of my time because I don't want to run over. If I see I'm going to run over because I don't want to interfere with Gail's live, I will use the image that I have colored, and I will complete my card with that because I don't want to run over. I think it's important to kind of. So that's her shoe. And now I am going to go ahead and do her trousers right here. My iPad's annoying since the update. Yeah, since the update, it's so weird. I'm on a spending freeze and it's killing me. I did that like last year. I did not spend money for an entire year on crafts. I felt that I had been spending too much. So every once in a while, it doesn't hurt to do a spending freeze. I'm doing AP3 and AP1. I actually try to do it once a year after in January to not spend on crafts for 6 months. I do try to do that myself actually every year. It's kind of hard because you watch the lives and you want everything that you see. I mean, I know I do. I have a real problem with that. And I have to try to control myself. And I try to look to see what I already have, because sometimes you have something similar. You don't always have to buy the newest. You know, so sometimes it's worth just looking through what you already have. So I'm using the AP3 to shade, to do the areas that would be the darkest. And then I'm going to use AP1. And I'm going to pull the color out. And I made this image here 4 inches. It's a digital image. I actually have had it for some time and didn't realize I had it when I was looking through my images to see what to do for tonight, because my focus is really the paper. So I had it and I thought, ooh. So Sharon and I figured out who the artist was because it had been a little while since I had bought it. And so it is Elizabeth Bell, who used to do stamps for Whimsy. So I bet when I bought it, the digital image, I bet I bought it when she was doing things for Whimsy. Because I take the kit and clouder classes sometimes. I don't take them all the time, just sometimes. I'll take them for like 2 or 3 months each year. And you get a discount when you buy images that they're using for the class. And I bet I bought it when we had a discount. Hi, Cynthia. How are you tonight? I hope I got everybody, because, like I said, my messages are not scrolling. So if I missed anybody, I'm really sorry. And also, people are on and I can't see that you're on. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. But my phone has been kind of unusual. Made phone calls on its own today. Not even just one time. It did it twice. So I don't know what's going on. It's weird. Okay, so here's her little shirt. I just think it's such a pretty little shirt. I just think she is pretty. You know, I said I was going to do her trousers, and I did her blouse. Sorry. Remember, I just said I was going to do her trousers, and then I did her blouse. Oh, well, sorry. I am now going to do her trousers, and I'm going to use VB3 and VB2. And I don't always use 3 colors. Sometimes I use just 2. It just depends what I'm working on and how big the image is. So this is the VB3, which I'm using really is the kind of the shade color, the dark color. And just kind of going around her trousers a little bit. Now this one is, I hate this word, but this one is juicy. And so it's bleeding quite a bit. I'm trying to be careful. Usually it's reds that do that, but this one's doing it. So I'm trying to be careful. And now I'm using the VB2. You'll never go that long on Stampin' Up, but I have to order $250 in credit coming to me. Ooh, how nice to have a credit coming to you. Isn't that nice? Wow. So nice. But that's because you sold things, right? And you've worked hard. Gail has so many videos out on YouTube. It's amazing. If you want to watch any of her previous lives, it's amazing. She does a wonderful job. She's so funny and so quick. And Dawn is having the same problem I'm having with the scrolling. It's kind of annoying. I don't know. Hopefully, maybe they fix it, because sometimes they go back in and they fix. You know, they have a fix for their fixes. So maybe they'll fix it. So again, I'm using the VB3. And I'm just kind of going in where the artist has really already has areas that you know are supposed to be darker. So I'm really just kind of following their lines. And I am doing this more of kind of muted colors, because the paper, I think, even though it says pastel, I think it's really more of a muted color. And I do try to have my paper be my inspiration for the colors I'm using. Okay, so now I am going to go in and I'm going to do her little pocket. And here I actually used this AB3 right here. Oop, sorry. And I'm just doing her pocket. I liked it because it was kind of a pop of color. And so this is my AB3, and I used my AB3 also for the little flowers up here. I just thought it kind of pulled the colors in, and then I'm going to use it again in another area. Just thought it kind of pulled the colors in, and so it was kind of pretty. And this is AB2. I'm just going to do her little headband. And it's not matchy match. No, she's a little girl. She doesn't want to be matchy match, but she still wants to look cute. And then I'm going to do the little center of her flower up here. And just a little center. There we go. And then I'm going to go back in and try to add a little bit, make it look a little rounded. So try to add a little bit of shading in there, and then the lighter color. Yes, if you haven't liked my page, please like my page. I'm also trying to get my subscribers numbers up on my YouTube. So if you can subscribe, that would be great. And I'm having a drawing. When I reach 250 people on my page, I am sending out a brand new stamp set, and it is open to anybody, anywhere. You don't have to be in the United States. I will send it to anybody, anywhere. It's open to everybody. Okay, so that is her headband. And I am going to go in now, and I'm going to go ahead and do her chair. And for this one, I used yellows. I just thought it was kind of pretty. Nice and bright. Well, let me get my yellows out. And it's CT4 and CT2. These are the two colors I'm going to use. So I'm going to go ahead and get them out and ready. So this is, I guess, the eve of Halloween. Anybody doing anything special on Halloween? I have little kids, and I thought about taking them at our school, college, where I teach it. They're having one of the divisions was having like candy, and you can walk around the hallways and stuff like that with the kids. I thought I might take my kids there, a little bit safer. I've never taken my kids trick-or-treating. I had a bad incident as a child trick-or-treating, and I've never taken my children, and I never went trick-or-treating again after my little bad incident. Things that you hear about in the news. And so I've never thought it was a good idea to encourage kids to go knock on strangers' doors. So even in Scotland, where the post doesn't like to deliver, are you talking? That was my fault with that package. I sent a package to Sharon, and I didn't have a complete address on it, and it went to England twice and was sent back to the States, and finally arrived back at my house, and I'm going to repost it. So right here, a little bit darker, and just places where I feel like it needs to be a little darker, and the pleats. So I'm trying to do the pleats. And then I'm going back in with my lighter shade, my C23, and just kind of going in there. All right, so now I'm going to do this wood right here. And I felt like, I kind of felt like the original time I felt like it was wood. But now I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, I wonder if that was really a ribbon and not wood. What do you guys think? You think that's really a ribbon? See, a ribbon instead of wood? You tell me as I do the legs. And then that's how I'm going to color that based on what you guys say. Whether you think it's the wood or ribbon. Because see, it's ribbon going around the top. And now I'm thinking I probably colored that wrong. I was coloring the other night. Which I like to color the images a little bit in advance, just to make sure that I have the markers that I want to use. I'm using GB1, GB3, and GB5 on. And this is a tri-blend. I'm using a combination of the Spectrum Noirs. I don't have a complete set. I wish I did. I don't. But I do have enough. So I went in there with the little darker color, and now I'm going to go back in with the GB1. Hold it closer, but it looks like ribbon from here. Yeah, see? I colored it as wood, but really, see, I think it's ribbon. Yep. I really think it's ribbon, because see, it's ribbon around the top. So I guess I will color it as, make sure I'm in frame, a ribbon. It's funny how you look at something and you think you see one thing, and then you look at it the next time and you see something totally different. Oh, hi, Jessie. How are you tonight? I'm so thrilled that people have joined. You know, whether I have one person or 100, I'm just thankful for every person that watches. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to work on my image no matter what. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the ribbon. And I did it in this MG2. MG2. I love Florida. Oh my God. I lived in Florida and I left it because I got tired of every day being the same day in Miami. And now I'm thinking, I was crazy, wasn't I? Very. How crazy was I? Okay, I'm doing the ribbon. And I'm going to go over this a couple of times so that I have some dark and some highlights. So see, I'm doing it like, see, over and over again, over and over again, over and over again. And then I'm just going to do it lightly to do my highlight. See? I'm going to let it dry a little bit, and then I'm going to come back over it again, because if I keep going over and over it, it will bleed. So I'll let it dry just a little bit. And I'm using the same color on the little kitties ribbon. I love cats in pictures, but and I think they're nice and I like them, but I don't want one. I had a little cat that adopted me once that was showed up on my porch, little tiny kitten. I didn't think it was going to make it, and it turned out to be blind and deaf, and lived with me for a while. Such a little cute kitten. I'm going to go ahead and do the tablecloth, and I am doing the tablecloth in AB2 and AB3. I'm just going to putting my darker color along the bottom here, and I'm trying to be careful because there's these little flowers. I'm doing it on the bottom, and just kind of gently flicking it, like my friend says, like so, like so, like so. I can't say it like she does. She has kind of a unique accent. When she says it, it sounds kind of cool. When I say it, it sounds not so cool. Hello, Judy. See, I'm seeing these names, but I'm seeing people say hi to people, but I'm not seeing that they're on. That is so weird, because see, I don't see a Judy on, and it says Jessie. Hello, Jessie. So basically, if you speak to somebody and say their name, then I know they're on, but for some reason I can't see. And I am a page turner, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of pulling this color through. I actually colored my flowers first last time, and I think I'm going to stop and color my little flowers so I don't go over them. And so for my flowers, I am using this pink, this cocktail pink PP6, and this is an Illustrator. I have a combination. I got really lucky, and I went to, I don't live near Tuesday morning, but I went to a Tuesday morning on 3 different occasions, like 3 different months, and each time I got a packet of Illustrators. So I ended up with 3 packets of Illustrators, and of colors I didn't already have in my original Spectrum Noirs. So that was pretty good. I was pretty happy, because I don't often find like a deal, you know. I wish we had a Tuesday morning in my area, but this is really a rural place, so we don't have anything like that. Okay, I'm going to go back to my AB2, and I'm going to continue doing what I was doing. I just didn't want to go over those flowers by accident. So I'm just going to go in here, and I'm going to go over this a couple times. There we go. So anyway, I was saying I was going to take my kids trick-or-treating in a safe environment tomorrow. So is anybody else taking their kids? What is my schedule, Cynthia? I do lives on Friday at 7 p.m. and I'm going to start doing Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So 2 times a week. That's my plans. Except the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, I probably wouldn't do a live. Or if I do a live, I might do it during the day, because I'll be busy cooking. But I would announce that I wouldn't be doing it. But I thought I would start doing it twice a week, and I would coattail along with Gail, who does it at 8 on Wednesday, although she is moving, and I hope it's okay for me to say that. And I am, she won't be doing them for a little while, but she'll be back. So I thought I'd kind of take advantage. Sometimes people like to watch more than one live. Kind of pull that back down, trying to stay in frame, because I know I have a bad habit of getting out of frame. But this is kind of nice. I can kind of see. Okay, I'm just pulling this down. So I'm just kind of pulling it down. And this is my lighter color. And then I'm going to take my darker color, which is the AB3, and I'm going to kind of flick it up. See, I'm kind of flicking it up. And I'm also doing my ruffles. Trying to emphasize them a little bit. There we go. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that. Now I'm going to do her little paper. And see, she's crafting. Just like I'm crafting, she's crafting. I think that's kind of cool. And I'm just using the YG3 and this YG1 for her little paper. I don't know whether it's a paper or a napkin that she's using, because it is kind of laying over the table a bit. See, and I am going to take my pink. I'm looking for where I set it at. Oh, here it is, in front of my face. And I'm just doing this little flower that she has, see? And then I'm going to go in with my lighter color, my YG1. Yes, Gail's on next. If you have, Gail can do like 3 cards in an hour, or probably even more. She's amazing. Just amazing. And then if you want to learn and watch somebody do some fantastic layering and just coloring and all sorts of things, Dawn is amazing. And then if you want to watch more fantastic coloring and just funniness, then watching Sharon and her husband, they are so funny together. Just hilarious. I enjoy watching them. I am just kind of looking. I'd like to lighten this up just a little bit. Just kind of doing this off screen a little bit. And this is GB8. I'm hoping this will be a little, it's not really lighter, so not going to do, I'm going to use it as my low light instead of my highlight instead. And I'm going to take this color and just kind of pull it through, because I wanted some definition here. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to go back in again. And I got to be kind of careful, because I don't want I don't want it to bleed too much. There we go. There we go. Okay, because I want it to have some definition there. Okay, so next I am going to do this little present. And I didn't do a lot of shading with it. Up. See, with the cup, I'm using this VB3, and I just kind of went in here. See? And then I also use this VB3 on her, I think it's a marker, just to kind of, see, just kind of tying the colors in a little bit. All right. So on the water, I'm using my IG2. So right here, I'm just kind of, just lightly, and then doing a little bit more on the corner. Okay. And then I'm going to do this, I think it's a package. So I'm using DR3. Just doing it, going in with my DR1. And I'm going to use this as a highlight. I'm trying to see which end is the correct end. I don't see my little image on this one. I have like the originals. Now they have the classiques. I think they've had a couple of different versions. So this might be one version I have. You cannot, I don't care what you do, you cannot take the nib out to refill it. Because I have tried. There we go. Now I'm going to do her ribbon. And I'm using this YG1. Just doing it right here. There you go. And then I'm going to do this cup. And I'm using GB8. Yes, Gail is like our speedy crafter. It's hilarious. I mean, she does a fantastic job. I'm not saying she doesn't do a fantastic job. She does an amazing, amazing job. But I have never seen anybody so quick. It's just, it's awesome. I would love to be that quick. I am using on the kitty cat GB1, GB3, and GB5. And so I went in with the cat and I did the light. I just kind of went in and oops, I see something I need to fix real quick. And this was the magenta, I believe, on the ribbon right here. I see a little bit of ribbon that I need to do just right here. See it? There we go. Now I'm doing the light on the cat. Yeah, I have never seen anybody craft as quickly as Gail does, and everything she does is just awesome. Now, she was funny on her live the other night. She was, I'm going to tell on her, things were not going good on Facebook. For me, I had no volume. People couldn't hear me. And Gail was having a little problem. And she said, that was a disaster. And she was still live at the end. It was so funny. So I typed back, no, it wasn't. It was so funny. And man, she edited that video and she got it all loaded so quickly. It was so funny. And myself, when I had no volume, I carried on a conversation to myself. I was quite hilarious that night to myself. And when I played it back to edit, I didn't think there'd be any, that I could hear anything. And I could. It just wasn't working on Facebook. It was definitely Facebook because everything I said was still being recorded on my computer. So I couldn't use that because of the conversation I had with myself. Okay, I am just going in with a little darker color because you know, the cat would be a little darker in places. Isn't this cat? I just think the cat is so cute. And this is the middle one. This is the GB3, the mid-tone. I'm just kind of pulling it through a little bit. I'm not going to do a lot because I want the cat to have be a little multicolored here. I just think the cat is so cute. And then I'm going to go back in with the lighter color, which is GB1. And just kind of pull it. So I'm just kind of pulling it. And I guess it's her little face to be a little lighter. There we go. I mean, there's a lot to the image, but it really doesn't take much to color the image. I'm going to go over the face just a little bit more. And so this is the light. So let me go back here and get to the medium. I just wanted to do a little bit more shading because I think she looks a little light underneath, a little pale. So I'm just going back in a little bit more. See, and you can touch up as much as you want when you are using your markers. Go back in and do any of the shading you feel like you need to do. I mean, always take a second look to see if you're happy with your image. And then with her eyes, I'm just going to go in with this muted brown and just do her eyelid a little bit, just a little bit, because I think our eyelids are a little darker than the rest of us. And I just want to see, oops, almost out of frame there, how she's looking. Okay, I am going to, with the shirt, I just want to go in just a little bit more, just because it was a little wet and I didn't want it to bleed. And like I said, I want a little bit more shading in here. So I'm just going back in, and you can do this as many times as you feel like you need. See where the ruffle's at. I wanted to give it a little bit more definition. And then again with my AB3, I'm going to go back in and just give it a little bit more where the ruffles are at. Not ruffles, but folds. Where the folds are at. Just give it a little bit more definition. There we go. And I'm going to take my gray, my IG2, and I just used this here, and see underneath the chairs a little darker, underneath the table, just kind of, because I think we don't want her just kind of like floating there. I'm just kind of going in there. There we go. Let me see how my time is going. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. All right, so this is the image. I think it's cute. I love it. What do you think? Is it enough, or should I do a little bit more shading? So I don't want to do too much. The cat, I think, is looking pretty good. So what do you guys think? Put the card together now. Let's see. The parts I lost were gone, but I made you went ahead and you had lost some and still made your YouTube video. Well, you're awesome. Gail's awesome. Everybody's awesome, really. Sorry, I'm just taking a sip. Didn't mean to. Okay, so we're going to put this together, and I use this paper, and what I'm going to do is, I had already cut out with a die my paper, and we're going to put this on here and assemble this. I'm using this Pearlescent Orchard Brilliance, and I got like a stack of these one time. It was a closeout, and the sponges fall out all the time, so I don't use them, I guess, for the intended purpose of stamping. I just use them on the edges of my cardstock. So I've got like a purpley one and a blue one and this one. Okay, I just do it for some definition. Okay, so I just cut this out so it could kind of be a frame. And then Sharon taught me how to tie a bow, and I'm going to be bold and try to do it if I have enough time here, because it's 7:40. I'm trying to watch my time. I'm going to be bold and try to do it. Now, I do use this art glitter glue. I love it. Trying to line this up a little bit. I like the art glitter glue because you can kind of move your image around so you can get it where you want. And that's pretty good. I mean, it's not perfect. It's pretty good. So there we go. There we go. I think that looks nice. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Cynthia and Sharon. Oh, it's nice when you hear nice things. Okay. Sharon taught me how to do this ribbon. See how to tie it. So I'm going to do it for you on air. I hope I can do it now. And I shouldn't have untied that one. I should have kept it. So you double it and you double it. Okay, so I got it doubled, double, toil and trouble. Perfect for Halloween. So I'm doubling it. See, I'm doubling it. I might have it a little bit too doubled. You know, I've only done this like once or twice, so I probably should have left that done. Okay, let me try that again. You know, nothing like pressure. I have a thingy-majig ribbon thing. That, I don't know what you call it. Dawn's got one. Yeah, mine just sits in the box. It's complicated. Dawn's really good at it, but for me, it's complicated. Okay, so I'm trying to pull this through. Sharon can do it so much more gracefully than me. And let's see. Oh my gosh, it's not gonna. I'm gonna have to play with it. Okay, sort of got it. Let's see if I can salvage this one, or otherwise I will do it again. Because I've got this extra little strange piece going. I think I might be able to salvage. All right, so I'm just kind of pulling my ends. I don't know what I got going here in the middle. Okay. See, I've got this, I don't know. Okay, so I'm just kind of pulling my ends. I'm trying to make it smaller. Here we go. You just got to find the right. Oh, I know it. That must be, see if I can pull this one out. I might have to redo this one. Okay, let me redo it. I should have left it because I had it like perfect. Okay, double, double, right? And then I have double. And you don't have to do double, double. I liked how it looked, double, double. Okay, so I'm just tying like I would a regular bow. I'm pulling it under. I'm not going to be able to do it, I bet. It's the pressure of doing it live. Here, let me try it one more time. Hi, Jennifer Garcia. I wonder what happened to you. I was like, gosh, I never see Jennifer online anymore. Jennifer had been one of my first people that followed my page and stuff. And I just love her. You know, I love all the people that follow the page. Okay, I think it's gonna work. No, it didn't. We'll come back to it. I can do it. I'll do something different and I'll come back to it. Okay, so I'm gonna take my ribbon here and I'm gonna come back to that. I'm not gonna let it defeat me. No way. So I'll come back to it, but I don't want to take up too much time because we only got a few minutes before Gail's live. So I'm trying to, you know, get done before Gail because I don't want to mess up her timing. All right. So and she might have to get off because she might have to get ready for her live, and I don't want to mess her up. I used to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I love these things. They're little glue dots. So that's what I'm using, is a little glue dot, which I'm sure probably, Gail can correct me if I'm wrong, they probably still have them. They probably still sell them. And see, it was just mini glue dots. I just love them. And I use them on my ribbon. And I just put it down. Okay. Now, this is going to go like this, because I wanted my heart to kind of show through. And I did take the paper, and it's printed on cardstock, but because I had this ribbon, I did put another piece of cardstock behind it to make it sturdier. So if I were to mail this card, it's going to be quite an expensive card to mail. But who cares? Keeps the post office in business. Okay, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to do this ribbon. I'm not letting it defeat me. I just didn't want to bore you, so I wanted to kind of put the card together, and then I'm going to do this ribbon. We don't allow things to defeat us. There is no failure. There's just learning. All right. So if I was Gail, these would have already been off because she's just like zip, 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 zip. And she would have her little pokey tool out, which I have one. I showed it. Yeah. See, I have a little pokey tool. I'm just not as good at it as Gail. So I'm going to put this here, like so. And then I have a sentiment that says, crafting forever, housework whenever. Because see, she's crafting and her little cat is watching her. So I going to pop this up. I hope I haven't lost you guys because I'm not seeing any. Oh, it says error loading. I hope I haven't lost everybody. I don't know. Takes practice. I'm going to get this ribbon thing tonight. I'm not going to not get it. I set it up. I have to plug in and go, but you know I always forget something. You know what? I always forget things too. But I try to play it off. Okay, so crafting forever, housework whenever. I thought that was so cute. And I'm getting this ribbon thing, but I'm just assembling because I know that I don't want to interfere with the timing because, oop, we're cutting it down. We're getting close. Now, I usually use my hot glue gun for something like this, but I'm not tonight because, quite frankly, it's upstairs. So I'm putting these around, and then I'm going to do this ribbon thing. I'm doing it. I'm popping up these flowers, and I'll go back probably with my hot glue gun and do them again. Although this actually really, I did this the other day with a different card and used this very glue, this art glitter glue, and everything is still stuck down. I didn't use my glue gun, and it's still stuck down. So you don't necessarily have to. So it's just putting this here, kind of spacing them out. And then I thought about putting one like down here, but let's do the ribbon real quick. Let's try this one more time. One more time. I really liked it double. I should have left it alone because it was done. Okay, so let's try this again. And you know what? For the sake of time, I'll just do single. I'll do a single because I can do a single, I'm pretty sure. So see, you just double it, pull it down and around, just like you're tying, and you pull it. Oop. Pull it tight. There we go. Pull it tight. Do I have it? Yes. Okay. So I need to make this loop smaller. I really liked it double. I don't like it single as much, but for the sake of time, I'm not going to worry about it tonight. Okay. See, and then you can kind of tighten it up. There we go. Tighten it up. I know you're supposed to have separate scissors for your ribbon or your ribbon will fray. One day, I will go buy separate scissors. Okay. So see, there it is. Isn't that cute? And I'm going to use my glue again. And I'm going to put a couple on there, a couple of glue dots. And I'm just going to put this right here. Just like her little chair has ribbons. See? And then I'm going to add this flower on here. And then we are done. I'm trying to decide whether here or here. I kind of like it over here. There we go. So here is my image, and this is for a bit more time for crafting challenge, and it was the paper, digi paper that I printed myself. And then this image is Creative Genius Michele, and it is Elizabeth Bell, and she has done stamps for different people. So here is my I want a pokey tool too. Ha 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 ha. Here is my card, and I hope you like it. I just love this Michelle. I love her. I think she's so cute, and I love the little cat. And I hope you, there, that's a little bit better view. I hope you enjoyed my card tonight. And thank you for watching. And I'll be back on Friday at 7 p.m. and I'm doing a My Besties image. I'm going to do a Christmas image on Friday is my plan, a Christmas image. And tomorrow, Dawn at 1 o'clock has a little surprise. She has a really cool image. And then tonight, I don't know what it'll be, but it'll be something that Gail is doing. I'll see you guys later. Good night.